Welcome to our Ayurveda talk. We're going to talk tonight about an Ayurvedic therapy that I have been wanting to do, and I've done small trainings on it, and I went through a full training this past weekend, and I'm going to be offering it now to everyone. And it's called Marma Therapy. And I want to talk a little bit about it because it was a fascinating training. It was very fascinating because we're made up of different layers. In yoga, we call those layers sheaths, and they're actually called the koshas. But in Ayurveda, there's only 3 bodies. You have the causal layer, which is your soul, and then you have the subtle layer, which is your pranic subtle force, and then the physical layer. And when I went through this training, we basically learned about all the different physical therapies that are out there. And I do a lot of those already, like the bliss therapy and the eye therapy and the skin and beauty therapies and ear and eye and all the stuff that's out there available through Ayurveda. Pretty much everything is every part of the body there's a therapy for it. And this therapy works with the energetic body, the pranic force. And what I found very interesting about it that I really wanted to share with everybody is that I definitely have things in my body where I had an injury. I'm a very physical person, and I've always been athletic. And I mountain bike and ski, and I was a runner for years. And, I have like couple of old running injuries. And then I blew out my knee last year, as many of you guys know, because you watch my videos. And I was in a knee brace for 12 weeks with no bend. And then I was in the knee brace for longer with a bend. And I did not do surgery, but I almost fully recovered my knee. But it's still kind of not 100%. And then I have like other stupid little things, like I sprained my thumb skiing, and I sprained my other thumb mountain biking, and just like tendonitis that comes up, or carpal tunnel, and these kinds of things that happen to us, and we try and deal with it at the physical body level. And here's what I have done, and I know many of my clients have done. You try all the essential oils, and then you try all the rubs and all the muscle rubs and the arnica and all the stuff that you can put on your injuries to try to heal them. And they maybe get better, but they don't really cover like 100%. And it just seems like, all right, well, it's functioning, but it's not 100% functioning. And what I learned this weekend was part of what could be happening. And I don't want to say for sure, because you never really know. And we don't have a way of measuring. But we do know that when there is proper flow of this subtle force throughout the body, you feel it. You can tell. And we'll talk about that here just a second. But I want to talk about what happens with these injuries. If you have an injury and it doesn't heal, then most likely that subtle force, that pranic layer of the body, did not heal completely. So that is where it didn't really completely get fully healed. It's much deeper than just in the physical body. And there is no separation between these layers. They're all fluid. They all interact together. There's no separation. And we are very linear in how we think. We think, oh, physical body, mental body, emotional body, subtle body, energy body, and then your soul. The truth is you can't separate them. They're all together. They all interact together. And when you have an injury, a physical injury, it is definitely affecting these other layers. People get depressed, so that's affecting their mental body. People have emotional stuff that comes up, so that's affecting their mental body. And then the energy level, they just kind of feel stagnant or stuck, or it's not healing, or that area of the body is just not getting enough flow, like circulation. But it's not physical circulation, it's pranic circulation. So let's talk about what that pranic flow is. And I did an article, an email, and I sent it out through my normal email, and then I resent it out because ever since I switched over to professional email, it just seems like it's a lot of people are not getting my emails. It's going to their spam. And so I sent a little note to everybody saying, please go into your spam or your trash and pull my email out into your inbox. Now, if you're not interested in my emails, okay, I get it. Leave it there. There's no pressure. But a lot of people are saying, I'm not getting your emails. I'm not getting, well, I'm sending them out. I only send out 2 a month for the most part. And once in a while, a reminder email of something, but 2 a month. So in this email that I sent out, I talked about Marma and I talked about breath. And I've been talking about this. I'm teaching at the community college right now, an Ayurveda class. And I asked the class, how long would you survive without breath? Not very long, a few minutes. That's it. You would no longer exist. So if we think about breath, you take in breath and then it goes in and it goes into the lungs and it exchanges all these different processes and systems are able to function throughout our whole body, and they are fueled by breath. So what happens, first of all, if you're not breathing properly? And by the way, if you haven't read the book Breathe by James Nestor, read it. It is such a good read. It's historical. It's also, they did a whole bunch of scientific experiments on breath. It's really interesting. And it basically is telling us we don't know how to breathe. We're not breathing properly. And I can tell you this for a fact, because I've been teaching so many years, teaching yoga and teaching breath practices and exercises at TMCC. And Patty, you participated in that. And people would go, I thought I could breathe. That was so hard. That breathing exercise, just doing a basic 4-count inhale, 4-count exhale, they weren't able to do it. And when that's happening, it means you're holding stuff, holding tension in your body. And you're not just holding it in your physical body. It gets held in the other layers of your body, and specifically that pranic layer, which is your breath. Your breath is your pranic layer. Breath means prana in Ayurveda and yoga. Prana is your breath. It's your vital force. It's so crucial. It's so essential. And yet we don't realize how important it is. But when we are completely relaxed and your subtle body is open and fluid, you don't carry tension around. And I'm talking deep tension that most of us are carrying around because we're overstimulated by devices, or we're working too hard. We're just overwhelmed. And so that chronic subtle layer is tight. It cannot flow. There is no connection. So this training that I went through is called Marma Therapy. And basically it works with what they call vital points. Vital points means that there is a junction of multiple different tissues in the body that is able to create a vital point where there's access to the subtle force. And when you connect certain points, you actually can open up flow. Some of these points are completely blocked and shut down. And we don't even know it, because most of us, like I said, when something's going on with the body, we're getting massages, we're going to physical therapy, we go to the regular doctor, we get a cortisone shot, we do all these things for the physical body, and we don't realize that we're more than that. And so I want to encourage you to go beyond the physical body, do even more for yourself, give yourself a deeper healing. Because this Marma Therapy, it doesn't just heal your body from a trauma or from an injury or from stress. It actually opens you up and helps you access full pranic flow throughout the body, which means that you now are able to reach your full potential. That means you are void of doubt and fear and anxiety and anxiousness and ruminating and intensity and criticism and all the things that happen as imbalances within the body. When that pranic flow is moving freely throughout the body, throughout the subtle body, you feel free. That is freedom. That is freedom. So I want to encourage you guys to come and try this therapy. I'm offering a killer deal because I really want everybody to come in and try it. It is so powerful. So for 30-minute session, it's only $30, or you can buy 6 of them for $25. $25, you guys, that's it. Or you can come in for a full hour, and that's $60, and you could buy 4 for $50. I don't know anywhere where you can go for a 60-minute treatment for $50. I don't even know where you can go for, usually it's over $100 for an hour treatment. So this is a really good deal, and it's because I really want to encourage everybody to get in, come in and try it out and start helping your body to heal at a much deeper level. So your physical healing will be enhanced because you are healing at that deeper level. You are opening up flow. And when things flow, when you have the pranic flow, then that means it's easy for your body to heal. It's getting the breath. Like I said, you can't exist without breath. You don't breathe, you don't live. So breath translates into that pranic flow, which then allows us to feel vibrant and alive and free. And we all want that. So I encourage you to make an appointment today. All right, so reach out to me, aspiredelements@gmail.com, or you can call me. Go on my website. My phone number's there. Call me. All right. Okay, so I'm excited. Cheryl, it's time to come to Reno and get a treatment. So all the way from Campbell, California. Well, I'll be in San Jose soon, so I'll come to you. All right, so let's get going with our practice. Next week we have a special talk and practice. Hopefully you guys can make it. So we'll get to that at another time. All right, let's start with our practice.